Hey guys, it's your boy Wolfie. Now I'm here to help you guys get better at rank. Quick disclosure, my neighbors are having a party, so you might hear them. Sorry. But anyway, I'm here to help you guys go from wherever you guys are. If you guys are stuck on bronze, silver, whatever it may be, I'm trying to get you just a little bit step ahead. Now, these are purely tips. They're not really going to instantly help you get better. You got to have to apply them to yourself. And I believe that ranked is a mental game more than it's a keyboard game. When we get into this, first I'm going to have to explain to you guys what ranked is. Ranked is its own separate beast. It's not like competitive. And by competitive, I mean LCS, SPL, whatever league you're talking about, right? And here's why. When you're playing competitive, your idea is how do we get better? How do we win games so we can play at Worlds and we can win Worlds? While ranked is how do I win so I can move up in the ranks? See the difference? One is fully focused on you and one is focused on the other. This is why you can be the best ranked player in the world but be terrible at competitive, and vice versa. But it's okay, because the first goal is to understand the beast before you tame it. Now that we got that out the way, I can go into the first tip. The first method is what I like to call the I ain't shit method. And the reason why I like to call it that is because you go next to a mirror, you look at it, and you go, I ain't shit. And the reason you do that is because most of us players have a problem accepting that we aren't the best player there is. No one's perfect. Everybody has something to work on. And most of us aren't the best because there can only be one best player. So 9.9 times out of 10, we all gotta do it. Just how it works. Once you can accept that you make mistakes and fix those mistakes, you can just start playing better, which means you'll be able to carry more players. Maybe you need to learn how to farm better. Maybe you need to learn how to gank better. Maybe you need to learn how to put pressure better. Whatever it may be, work on it. After a game, be like, I didn't get many ganks off of. I was kind of behind in gold. Just work on something. The only thing you can improve is yourself. And remember, ranked's about carrying 4 people, not about working with 4 people. So you can only improve yourself. You can't make others improve. Which goes into the conversation about Elo Hel. Elo Hel doesn't exist. There's no system keeping you in bronze. You're the only one keeping you in bronze. You don't need a 70% win ratio. You need just above 50, and you'll slowly move up. It's how it works. It's how the game will always be. It's not that DC's fault or that solo lane for farming that you're stuck in Elo Hel. It's you. But that's okay, because that means you have somewhere to improve. That's where the fun part of playing these games is getting better. If you were the best, you'd be bored of the game. There'd be no competition. There'd be no character progression. So, use that as motivation. Criticize yourself. Work on getting better. Stop focusing on things that you have no control over. Hope that one helps. Now, 2, this is another important part that's really close to point 1, is that don't compare your progress to someone else. It's like working at the gym, right? You're not going to compare what you lift to what, let's say, Leon lifts, right? He's in the gym all the time. He probably benches 3 times of what I bench. If I were to go make progress and I were to go make some gains, I would have to focus on myself. So stop trying to compare yourself to these competitive pros and just focus on you. You might have just gone from silver 5 to silver 4, but congratulations, you made some progress. That's not worth any less than a diamond player going from diamond 4 to diamond 3. You're making progress. Just focus on you. Stop comparing yourself. It's okay to be in bronze. It's okay to be in silver. Someone has to be. It's fine. But if you want to improve, improve. Don't put yourself down because someone else is doing better than you. I can't tell you how many of these pros that are out today that I remember when they were snot-nosed little brats. Baskin used to feed his brains out every time he got into my game as Vamana. We hated having him on our team. And then he became the most feared player in the league for a while. Don't worry about other people's progress. Worry about yourself. 3, another big point. You cannot win every game. It's impossible. Everyone loses. It's important to be able to distinguish between those games that you can't win and you can. It's okay to just realize there was probably nothing I could do that game. And even in those games where you think that you can't win, sometimes you can figure out points that you could have improved, even if it wouldn't have been the difference between you winning and losing. You might have lost, but you still probably could have ganked a little better. Or you still could have farmed a little better. But it's okay to lose some games. Don't take it as the end of the world. Don't let it tilt you so much. Accept that some games are just a loss. And that's okay. You've been noticing a pattern with these? A lot of positivity thoughts in these, right? 4, another big thing. If you're on a loss streak, whether it's controllable or not, whether you're just losing out of your mind, whether you're tilted, whether you're playing bad, take a break. If you're having a couple bad games, just log off for a while. There's other games. Believe it or not, there's other games and free-to-play games if that's your worry. There's other games to play. Just take a break. Go watch a Netflix movie. Maybe you need a week off the game. Just take a break. I can't tell you how good it is to just say, okay, I'm going to stop playing. I'm going to come back refreshed. If you are tilted, you are going to also tilt the other players with you because you're not going to play as well as you normally do. And you're probably going to be a little more agitated. The responses to other people is going to seem a little more aggressive. And that never works. So just take a small break. I can't urge you enough. That also goes into the next tip, which is don't type negative things. Sometimes don't type anything. If you really have to get something off your chest that you know isn't going to have any sort of positivity in your game, which isn't going to help you win, don't type it. Either yell it out to yourself when no one's listening, or type it up and then delete it. Just don't hit the enter button. Just don't let them see it. You can get it off your chest. Just make sure your team doesn't see it. Because all you're doing is putting your team on tilt also, which isn't going to help you win. Now, that doesn't mean don't say, hey, can you come help gank? Or, oh, hey, I need help here. Clearly, there's some positive things that you can say. But if what you're saying has absolutely nothing to do with the game, don't say it. And if you can help it, try to make your message to someone else sound as positive as possible. Remember these 3 rules, right? Negativity is bad. Neutrality is better than negativity. Positivity is better than both of them. Trust me, your teammates' mental is more important than you think. Because you piss someone off enough, they're just going to throw the game on purpose. I'm very guilty of this one, as you can see in my stream multiple times. But yeah. And now we're on my next tip, which is read the room. Just like comedians have to learn how to read their audience and know what jokes are going to work for each audience, whether they're part of a certain political party or a certain ethnic group, etc. Different jokes work in different audiences, right? Same thing goes with your ranked teams. Learn how to understand when the enemy team has players that are falling behind or lagging behind, or when you have aggressive teammates, passive teammates, aggressive enemies, etc. Learning how to either recognize players or just recognize patterns in the way that people play will greatly increase your chances of winning. If you can recognize that your middle is playing really aggressive, you might want to start invading red buffs because your middle really wants to also. If you know that your solo lane's going to fight with you ride or die, then you can probably invade the enemy speed buff or blue buff. But understand when that can't happen. Understand when you have to take it a step back. Understand that maybe your middle laner just likes to farm. Every wave he goes back to the back camps and farms. So don't pick a fight because he's never going to be there. This also goes for the enemies. You see somebody, you see the injured gazelle in dual lane, or the over-aggressive middle who's always at your tower line. Be able to read and understand these things. Chances are, if you see an Uller in middle, he's going to be sitting at your middle tower line because he wants to play aggressive. Abuse that. Get fed. Put your middle behind. Throw that guy off his game. That's one of the biggest things to playing ranked, is being able to tell who's easy pickings and who isn't. Again, you have to carry the 4 players, nobody else. And now, the last tip. Seriously, guys, it's still a game, and have fun. If you're not having fun, you're going to play worse. I don't mean pick Loki middle, but I mean have fun. The moment you're not having fun, you might need to go back to the other rule of take a break. Because when you're angry, not having fun, bored, you're going to play worse. Like I said, ranked is mainly a mental game, not a keyboard game. So I hope these 7 tips, or whatever amount we got to, helps you out. I try to apply them to the best I can while streaming, and I fail all the time. But as you can see, there's other players that are better at me in ranked. Anyway, guys, thank you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Hit the little bell. I'm putting out as much YouTube videos as I possibly can, and I stream 7 days a week on Twitch at 12 a.m. Eastern. Feel free to click on that. It's on the links on the bottom and wherever else they are. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Thank you guys very much for watching. Deuces! All right, there you go, baby.